The two actually met up earlier this year, in February to be exact, and there were a lot of discussions on the table, including diversity, equity, and inclusion, also known as DEI, and President Donald Trump's executive orders to go ahead and end that. Now, the mayor suggested that maybe changing the name of DEI would allow the city to keep some of those policies that he feels are important, but really the ultimate goal of this meeting was to shed a light on what's happening in our great city and to hopefully build a healthy relationship with each other. This is going to be the state's largest immigration detention facility. It's going to sit at an abandoned airfield in the Everglades. And just like you mentioned, construction has already started. It could be up and running as soon as next month. But when it's all said and done, it's going to be able to house 5,000 undocumented migrants from across the country, and they're going to be living in heavy-duty tents and trailers. President Trump has been in office for 14 weekends, 10 of those he's been here at home. So this morning, I'm digging a little deeper into how much it costs to keep the president safe while he's in town. Sending this letter to the Department of Education and to the Trump administration, and in it, they're asking that these funds be released and given out immediately. Trump says he's keeping to his campaign promises by imposing those tariffs starting today, and they're going to be on Canada, Mexico, and even China. We actually want to break down what those tariffs will look like. So if you take a look at your screen, you can see those tariffs right there. So it's going to be 25% on imports from Canada and Mexico, and then 10% from China. There could be more tariffs to come on items like computer chips, steel, and even pharmaceuticals. A lot of smoke in the air right now. It smells like a campfire. Still got some ash falling. But you can see the scene behind me, this two-story building on fire. You can also see Jack the Bike Man, his building right there. It looks like these two buildings actually connect. But this fire has been causing quite the chaos this morning for drivers, for neighbors. I mean, smoke is everywhere. Earlier, we saw flames coming out of the roof of this building. And now that the sun has come up, we can finally start to get a look at some of the damage. We're going to go ahead and show you what it looks like. It is shooting into the sun a little bit, but you can see what's left of one of those boats. 3 of them actually went up in flames. I'm told that it started in a catamaran and then it kind of just spread to 2 other sailboats. The death investigation into Ramil Pierre's death continues, and I do want to warn you the details of this case are very disturbing. If you go ahead and take a look at your screen, you can see video from that scene yesterday. That's where investigators say his body was found inside his home on Bedford Drive near Fort Pierce. It was a school resource officer that actually requested a welfare check after the child had been absent from Samuel S. Gaines Academy. The sheriff's office tells us the boy may have been dead since May 18th, which would be about 12 days. Now, at a press conference, the sheriff's office said the mother, who is 41-year-old Rhonda Polynice, was being told by God to exorcise demons from her son's body. In this politically divided crowd, we found supporters of Republican Congressman Brian Mast.
When my congressman is here, of course I'm going to be here to back him up.
And others who showed up to ask tough questions about recent national policy decisions.
I wanted to see what he has to say. I have so many concerns about our government and what's happening by the administration.
Hundreds packed into Calvary Church in Jupiter. Some people, like Tom Moore, attending their first town hall ever.
People are concerned. They look at what the stock market is doing. They look at how the Supreme Court is being ignored by the executive branch, and they want answers. Unfortunately, we didn't get many good answers. He was just basically Representative Mast was just agreeing with President Trump's initiatives.
From chants of support for President Donald Trump to those expressing anger.
He's like an of this country.
Representative Mast took questions from the crowd for more than an hour, tackling issues like the economy and DOGE cuts, to immigration, support for veterans, and many concerns over Social Security.
What are you going to do to protect Social Security and Medicare?
Number one, let's say this about Social Security and Medicare. No ifs, ands, or buts. It is not on the chopping block.
At one point, tensions turned physical. One man escorted out of the church sanctuary. It seems this group left the town hall just as divided as they came.
I'm worried about the direction this country is heading.
Actually, it was very informative for myself, and It was quite charged, but it was good. And so I really appreciate President Trump taking the stand, keeping everything moving. We need to keep the House and the Senate.
Reporting in Jupiter, Christy Waite, WPTV News. Here along Okeechobee on 441, if you take a look behind me, you can see that celebrations are still happening right now. And I can tell you that supporters on both sides, they are taking these results to heart.
Joy to the world, Trump is coming back. Let's make America great again.
Trump supporters are lining the streets near Mar-a-Lago celebrating.
It's like Christmas, New Year's, Easter, and 4th of July all rolled into one.
Many of them running off little to no sleep to show their support.
We came down here and we hung out all night. We had the TV out here watching the election, the music playing, and a bunch of great patriots and Trump supporters out here waving flags and showing support. And we saw the president drive by multiple times, so it was a good experience.
After 2 assassination attempts, other supporters say this is a moment they have been waiting for.
I'm so happy for him. I really am. Especially after that bullet buzzing by his head. That was pretty awesome, man, for him to stick it out.
However, supporters for Harris and Walz are feeling the blues.
It is a really tough feeling because I did vote and I do believe in her, what she stood for. It is what it is. I just got to keep moving forward and hopefully things will work out for the next 4 years.
Others are taking the loss to heart.
I never want to see his face. I never want to hear his voice. And because I have French passport, I'm waiting to see what happens and I might just move back.